Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Matthew Miller, and I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Lewisville High School's class of 2015. Together, we have made many memories during our time at Lewisville High School, and we have made memories to cherish and one day share with our children and grandchildren. We have witnessed Lewisville High School go through numerous changes, as well as witness each other change. Our years at Lewisville High School and our classmates around us have helped mold us into the people we are today. But today, we graduate and go our separate ways, but no matter where we go, we will always share a common bond as a class of 2015 and graduates of Lewisville High School.
As we begin our graduation and our final time together, I ask that anyone that would like to join me in prayer, please do so. If willing, join me in reciting the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Seniors, today is our day, the day everything changes and we graduate from high school. This ceremony celebrates our many years of dedication, successes, and achievements. We, the Lewisville High School class of 2015, are united forever this day. We wear our maroon graduation gowns and hats to represent our academic achievements, and we wear our maroon and white tassels to symbolize our transition from candidate to graduate. So, for the next couple of hours, let's enjoy this time together and make it a lasting memory.
We would like to thank the people who are here for us today. The ones who motivated us, the teachers who encouraged and challenged us, and the friends who have stayed by our side, and our family. You have all helped us reach this point, and finally walk across the graduation stage. With your help, we will be able to carve a name for ourselves in this world. Now, please rise and help celebrate the great country by joining me for a Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for a national anthem.
Gentlemen, will you please remove your caps? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. As principal of Lewisville High School, I would like to welcome you and introduce our stage guests. Please hold your applause until all our guests have been introduced. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Lewisville Independent School District Superintendent, Dr. Kevin Rogers. Lewisville Independent School District Board of Trustees, Tricia Sheffield, President, Angie Cox, Christy Hassett, Brenda Latham, Tracy Scott Miller, who is the Vice President. We would also like to welcome our newly elected board member, Karonda Timish. Assistant Superintendent of Strategic Initiatives and Community Engagement, Dr. Beth Brockman. Chief Technology Officer, Barbara Brown. Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Quentin Burnett. Associate Superintendent for Learning and Teaching, Dr. Penny Riddell. Chief Operations Officer, Dr. Kevin Rogers. In the back of the auditorium, Central Zone Leader, Mr. Buddy Bonner. Assistant Principals at Lewisville High School, Stephanie Gore, Linnell Lindsay, Lionel Soto, Monica Story, Teresa Wells. Lewisville High School Harmon Principal, Andy Plunkett, and Lewisville High School Kilo Principal, Pam Flores. Debbie Lewis, the lead counselor, and Carmel Walker, assistant counselor. Thank you. Students on the stage, would our academic leaders, our top 10 students, please come forward to be introduced? Our valedictorian, Mark Buckup. Salutatorian, Angela Ume. Giorgio Iwanu. Diego Tasca. Johan Sun. Josue Perez Campos. Pamela Ekachuku. Audrey Moxley. Catherine Ahn. And Matthew Miller. Let's give them a round of applause for the years of studying and hard work to achieve this honor. Thank you. Also on the stage are our class leaders of LHS, our student body officers. Please stand as I call your name. Senior Class President, Madeline Hernandez. Senior Class LISD Liaison and Vice President, Holly Weston. Senior Class Treasurer, Robert Ariano. Senior Class Secretary, Brenda Rios. Senior Class Corresponding Secretary, Alexis Brown. Senior Class School Service Officer, Janae Park. Senior Class Historian, Araceli Castillo. Senior Class Community Officer, Carissa Baker. Senior Class Vice President, Jameer Carr. Senior Class Vice President of Pride, Nagin Gudarzi. Senior Class Multicultural Officer, Monica Parsiak. Senior Class Parliamentarian, Matthew Nemechek. Senior Class Service Officer, Alyssa Ramirez. Our opening speaker was Matthew Miller, and our closing speaker will be Audrey Moxley. Thank you. I would also like to recognize assistant principals from Harmon, Anthony Fontana, Melvin Owens, and Rose Stark. Assistant principals from Kilo, Toby Bowder, and Lindsay Mitchell. I would also like to thank the following principals from our LHS feeder schools for celebrating with us today. Please stand when I call your name. Tim Baxter, Huffines Middle School. Barbara Hambrick, Hedrick Middle School. Sherry Betts, Rockbrook Elementary. Charlotte Cawthon, Valley Ridge Elementary. Patricia Cheatham, Victory Elementary. Jimmy Crockett, Lakeland Elementary. Trish Kuckler, Hedrick Elementary. Susan Heitzman, College Street Elementary. Dr. Cynthia Jared, Central Elementary. Lori Litchfield, Parkway Elementary. Dooley Longoria, Lily Jackson Early Childhood Center. Rod McGinnis, Creekside Elementary. Yogi Reskan, Lewisville Elementary. Vanessa Stewart, DeGan Elementary. Thank you. Also, many thanks to our senior class advisor, Allison Stamey. I would also like to thank these very special people who have helped get these graduates here today. Our Lewisville High School counselors and teachers, you have truly made a difference in the lives of these young adults. Would all the Lewisville High School counselors, teachers, please stand? Also, if you're an assistant principal, counselor, or other guest that's here assisting us today at graduation, please stand. And of course, today would not be possible without the parents and the guardians of our seniors. Thank you. Now, please welcome our senior class president, Madeline Hernandez.
Good evening, class of 2015. Welcome, graduates, faculty, staff, parents, grandparents, and guests to our 2015 graduation ceremony. We have spent 13 long years in school on this journey. Together, we have shared many memories throughout all our years. Walking across this stage would not be possible without the unrelenting support from our families and the amazing teachers and administrators at Lewisville High School. We are forever indebted to you, so sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Throughout our last few years, and especially this past few months, we have received hours upon hours of advice from our mentors, friends, and family. And today, I would like to share with you just one quick quote that I believe is so relevant to all of our futures. Stop counting your crayons and start drawing your pictures. In life, it can be easy for us to always want and need more. But if we focus on all the good in our life, rather than the shortcomings, and be grateful for what we have, there's absolutely nothing that can stop us. We have the power and the freedom to be and do whatever we want. What an exhilarating feeling and awesome opportunity. Once you walk across this stage today, you will begin a new chapter in your life. You may start a new career, go to college, join the armed forces, or maybe even take a year off to travel. But whichever path you choose, travel it wholeheartedly and passionately. Don't get caught up in trivial things that don't matter in the end. You know what it is to be the change. That is what Lewisville High School is all about. Attack life at full force, without hesitation, and sprint towards your dreams and aspirations. Although I am ready to move on and begin anew, I know that I will never forget the memories that I have made here at Lewisville High School. We will never forget our first Thursday night yell to kick off football season. Homecoming week, which meant a week full of fun dress-up days and colorful decorations throughout the hallways, as well as look forward to Battle of the Axe at the end of the week. Prom fashion show and learning how to whip have all made my experience worthwhile. As we cherish these memories, we can be proud as fighting farmers that we always come together as one united family. Let's challenge ourselves to dream big and never cease to let those dreams exist. Pursue what makes you happy and don't stop. Follow the path that leads you to success and encouragement. Do not let limitations hold you back, but instead, motivate yourself to push further. As we continue on, some of us together and some of us apart, I have faith that we will all someday reunite and talk about these memories. When we see each other again, I hope to see you all still full of life with the same spark and fire that I see in each of you now, and to hear not about the number of crayons that you have collected, but about the beautiful pictures that you have drawn. Remember, we live up to a legacy of those who came before us. As a class, we have accomplished more than you realize. Even after all of your accomplishments, we must never forget how we got here today. David Wright, who was a teacher, coach, and mentor to many at Lewisville High School, once said, "Remember, you are a part of the long maroon line. There are those who have gone before you that have created standards and a reputation of class. They are going to expect you to uphold those standards because now you are a part of the long maroon line. God bless you as you start this new chapter in your lives. Thank you for the memories, class of 2015. We made it."
When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye, every time we say goodbye.
Please welcome LHS Salutatorian Angela Ume.
I am a living testament to the power of procrastination. This speech was due about 3 weeks ago, but I wrote it 3 days ago. While I tried to make excuses like, I just want to enjoy my senior year or I'm too busy, I really just didn't know what to say to thousands of people. When I'm flustered and frustrated, I take refuge in television. The answer to my trouble was right in front of me the whole time. Much of the time I was supposed to be writing my speech was actually spent watching TV. So I knew my duty as salutatorian was to inspire via the power of television, which has always been there for me as I went on through life. Like many of you, I spent the first years of my life growing up on Sesame Street. There's not a lesson that could not be learned from that show. We learned to count, to say our ABCs, to not fear puppets, life lessons, really. The grand lesson, though, was the power of knowledge and its ability to deliver anyone to the top. The diploma we receive today is a passport to a better life. Treat it as a literal passport. Don't let it expire as it lies unused, and don't lose it by throwing away opportunity. Consider it a blank script for you, the director, to fill in. Elementary school is when we started to branch out. Independence was key at the time. Parents had to be a minimum of 50 feet away anytime we were with our friends. Bedtimes were pushed later and later, and shoes were our own to tie. Some of us still watch cartoons, and others were ready for the serious shows like Zoe 101 and Drake and Josh. The maturation process was both scary and invigorating. As we grew up, we spent less and less time at home and more time with our friends, teams, and places of worship. I urge you to remember, though, that like every character on television, we all have an origin story. Don't forget where you came from. For many of you, that would be a foreign country or a different state, and some, like myself, started in Lewisville, home of the fighting farmers. Knowing where you started anchors you to this world, giving you a tether to pull on if you ever get lost in this world, a maroon line you can always count on. And then there was middle school. Does reflecting back on those times make you want to cringe out of embarrassment? I often remark that no one remembers middle school and says, good times. All the strife and angst arose from everyone trying to find themselves and figure out who we were. Many of us looked to television. The formerly scrawny athletes worshipped every sports games. Some girls were into Pretty Little Liars for whatever reason. Academics like myself loved Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. And then there were the closet fans of shows like Pokemon, Digimon, and other programs deemed uncool by society. Though I stand with you as an avid admirer of Arthur and Peppa Pig. My favorite rapper and lyrical genius, Drake, once said that you can be whoever you want, even yourself. Words to live by and a lesson we learned in middle school. Be the engineer, doctor, dancer, artist, mechanic, weirdo, cool guy you want to be. Just do it well. Learn from those shows that you don't need to be an actor in your own life, assuming different roles to please others. You've already been cast. The camera has been rolling all this time, and we are all waiting for you to shine. In high school, we moved on to the more risque shows our parents may or may not have known we were watching. Shows like Empire, House of Cards, Game of Thrones, and my favorite, Scandal. Please don't spoil it, I'm so behind. These shows open our eyes to the ways the world really works, sort of. As made evident by the crazy plots and insane cliffhangers, the world isn't the friendliest place, but no one in this Coliseum should be worried. Trust me, those hallways and classrooms we are finished walking through are filled with just as much drama, just as much heartbreak, just as much conflict. But remember that those fights ended, those relationships were repaired, those solutions were discovered. Those pitfalls and obstacles made us the strong men and women we are today. We all made it out alive that season, and there are more episodes to come, new characters to be introduced, and new plots to unravel as we move on to college. Now I would like to roll the credits for the influential cast of characters in my own life. Miss Stamey, thank you for allowing me to write this speech about 3 times, and for being on the other side of that phone call, email, and text message. To the rest of the LHS faculty, I wish I would have started a dictionary of all the words you invented, from wackawoo to duty flobber. You guys teach, counsel, principle, if that's a verb, clean, cook, frustrate, and inspire. You are fantastic farmers. Magnificent 7, you know who you are, and I never ever say this, but I love you all. I can't help but mention my best friend, Rachel Gibson, my co-star. I literally wouldn't be here without her and her parents because they give me rides everywhere, but you have been my foundation all this time, and I will continue to count on you for support. And Mark here is my platonic, and I stress the word platonic, other half, someone I cannot thrive without, which I won't have to since we will both be going to Stanford University in the fall, leaving the farmers to live on the farm. Not to my own family. I am the proud daughter of 2 Nigerian immigrants, born into a culture that accepts nothing less than success. Mommy, you are the strongest, most determined, and most faithful woman I know. Daddy, no one annoys me quite like you do, but no one loves me like you do either. To my 3 siblings, all LHS alumni, they say we save the best for last, and I think I've proven that today. Thank you all for setting the bar so high and for helping me to reach it. To all my other friends and all the students out there, it's been real. So thank you for being the craziest, funniest, and most diverse bunch of people I've ever known. After we finish here, the lights will go out and the metaphorical curtain will fall, but the show must and will go on. Please stay tuned until next time. Now please join me in welcoming our class valedictorian for 2015, Mark Buckup.
Thank you, Angela. I have wholeheartedly decided to entitle this address, Life in Tights. I believe there's a hero in all of us, one that keeps us honest, gives us strength, one that makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride. The issue is merely finding the hero from within. My name is Mark Buckup, and it is an absolute honor to stand before the thousands of poisons gathered here today. To begin, I wish to thank all who have made this commencement possible and who have coiled the path for me to stand on this stage today. Parents, faculty, my academic adjudicators, and my buds. Thank you for spinning the path of Kismet and making this phenomenal moment a possible one. Seniors, can you believe it? We've traveled a adventurous journey from the web-like elementary school hallways as kindergartners to the many who pulled all-nighters last night, me possibly included, to finish this inspirational spiel. Yet, June 8th is alas upon us, and we gather today to celebrate a very special occasion. Kanye West and his 38th birthday. And of course, the graduation for the Fighting Farmer class of 2015. The day is here, and already some of us are begging to skip the commencement of nearly 1,000 graduates. I wish you the best, Miss Wells. And skedaddle over for the post-grad celebrations. So I respectfully ask y'all to bear with me and force a chuckle when I deliver my A1 punchlines. My goal here today is not to bore this aging class with mundane cliches and esoteric facts about American history. Sorry, Mr. Bornstein. Rather, I am cautiously optimistic and hoping to kindle the heroic flame within all 1,000 graduates gathered here today. And I plan to climb this endeavor with no other than the amazing Spider-Man. I ask you this now. Who are you, and who do you want to become? Many claim that Peter Parker had his life altered because of his spider bite, yet others claim that the spider bite was a result of his life already changing. The path to your future is untouched, untraveled, and only you are able to tread its path. Peter Parker chooses to wear his spandex body-tight suit and escape to the back alleys of New York to fight crime and wrongdoings. He approaches danger with a mindset to terminate it, and does so repeatedly. And he loves it, as evidenced in comic 122 when he vindictively defeats the Green Goblin, or in comic number 9 when he outwits Electro by magnetizing his web shooters, or even when he audaciously lies to his Aunt May. Never lie to Aunt May. Now, I'm not recommending to situate yourself in the center of malice and ill will. I learned that the hard way when parking in the teacher's parking lot this year. As for the skin-tight suit, go right ahead. The point is to pursue your own future, not someone else's. You are your own idiosyncratic individual, and only you can search for the hero inside of you. Now, do not let me misinform you. Spider-Man may act on his own altruistic will, but Peter Parker does not succeed without the assistance and support of his loved ones. If he wanted to go fast, he'd go alone, but rather he chooses to go far with others. I initially wish to thank my chauffeurs, caretakers, cooks, babysitters, and tutors, and the list goes on. Without them, I'd be all over the place. So I thank you, mother and father, and sister. Subsequently, I wish to thank the competitive game planners who come up with all these WTD and GPA shenanigans, primarily because they are the toiling individuals who logistically make it possible for graduation and the nerve-wracking transition to college. I thank you, counselors. Then, to the gatekeepers of the future, I thank the teachers who have shed incessant hours to teach generation after generation, especially if that includes waffle graphing and close folding. Additionally, a shout out to the squad. Without Pamela something or other, never could I have learned my faults and weaknesses and the entire Kardashian narrative in one conversation. Let's not forget my own Aunt May Ritza, who has shed the light and has set an example of morality and respect even in the heat of almost being arrested. Much like Spider-Man learned who he was from his encounters with Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin, I thank Dr. Franny Puss, or Francesca, for kindling my passions in lifeguarding and saving lives, and the only Greek Goblin, or Giorgio, for being at my side since the 6th grade and buying my lunch last Tuesday. But how could I have made it this far, and how could Spider-Man have made it so far without the one and only Gwen Stacy, the mastermind to save his failed plans, the partner in crime to correct him on his calculus, and the grain of hay in a deathly needle stack. So I thank you, Gwen, or Angela, for being my other half. Now, I'll make sure not to drop you from the top of a clock tower at Stanford over the next 4 years, much like Gwen Stacy's unfortunate death. Lastly, I wish to thank my pets. Lola, my little bagel lab, who never fails to cover our carpet with the mud after the so predictable Texas storms. Niklaus, my heinous beta fish, who does live up to his name from Vampire Diaries. And my one and only, Mary Jane. Jane, you're there when I come home from school. You're there when I sleep at night. And you're definitely there when you're about to get fed. Thank you for being my cat for 12 years and the model of my Snapchats. I'll miss you at Stanford. Now, before your eyelids become too heavy, graduates, let me assure you that the fun has yet to begin. When Peter Parker was bitten by an irradiated spider, radioactive mutagenic enzymes in the spider's venom quickly caused numerous body-wide changes. He developed powers. Now, I mention these abilities because all of us are also capable of using them. Take Spider-Man's instant reflexes, for example. Much like Spider-Man is able to dodge a full round of bullets by multiple shooters in mere seconds, we may be able to dodge a Nerf gun bullet or two. Moreover, we can choose to be proactive rather than being reactive. We can expect how situations develop and what the consequences will entail prior to waiting and responding. By doing such, we can control the situation and behave prudently. Additionally, Spidey acquired an ability to sense his villains by instinct, otherwise known as his Spidey senses. This subconscious precognitive sense of danger is identical to our morality and our subconscious sense to what is right and what is wrong. So listen to your moral senses, for they may hint to you that you probably shouldn't hit on the Green Goblin's girlfriend. Lastly, with his intelligence, Peter's able to produce his web shooters, which allow him to swing with his webs and travel over 100 miles per hour. His acuity during battles and quickness during stressful predicaments are traits that we 1,000 share. We prosper because of the educational foundations that this school and its feeder schools have provided for us. Our 43rd president, George W. Bush, once announced, "Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning?" Well, I can assure you, here at Lewisville High School, our children is learning. Our children is the future, and our children will prosper. Class of 15, we began as children holding idly to our parents as we were brought to our kindergarten classroom. Now we leave this coliseum with our gowns as capes and our caps as crowns, our heads held high and our hearts filled with pride. Farmers, before you save the world and defeat your villains, remember who you are and where you're from. Your powers derive from the web foundations of Lewisville High School. Now, shoot your maroon webs and remember that you are your own hero. Congratulations, class of 2015. You can now put on your tights.
Dr. Rogers, I'm pleased to present to you the Lewisville High School senior class of 2015. There are before us 990 exceptional seniors. I have verified that each of these seniors has met the requirements of the Texas Education Agency and the Lewisville Independent School District and should be awarded the appropriate diploma or certificate at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Kaj. To you, the Lewisville High School class of 2015, please know that we are very proud of your accomplishments. We also look forward to even greater achievements in your future. Ms. Sheffield, Mr. Kaj has verified that these students are eligible to receive their diploma or certificate. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and the Lewisville Independent School District Board of Trustees, I certify them. Their diplomas or certificates are to be awarded at this time. Congratulations.
Valedictorian Mark Philip Buckup. Salutatorian Angela Ume. Giorgio Giannis Iwanu. Diego Jose Toxa. Johan Sun. Josue Perez Campos. Pamela Uchena Ekachuku. Audrey Marie Moxley. Catherine Yon On. Matthew Quinn Miller. Student Body and Senior Class President Madeline Helena Hernandez. Holly Marie Weston. Robert Charlie Ariano. Brenda Karina Rios. Alexandria Alexis Brown. Janae Ashlyn Park. Araceli Castillo. Carissa Ann Baker. Jameer Malik Carr. Negan Gudarzi. Monica Parsiak. Matthew Ryan Nemechek. Alyssa Marie Ramirez. Brandon Alexis Aranda Garcia. Omar Aguilar. Anna Aguirre. Mauricio Acosta. Mara Acuna. Graciela Elizabeth Adame. Kevin Vladimir Adame. Dan McNeil Adams. Jake Zachary Adams. Rosemary Adesino. Maria Guadalupe Aguilar Pineda. Kenya Guadalupe Agede. Pedro Agede III. Sasha Jamoke Akinwunmi. Yara Samir Al-Shami. Caesar Anthony Alamo. Adarian Deshaun Alexander. Vendon Kishon Alexander. Omar Ali Al-Khatib. Dylan Hamdi Alam. Christopher Thomas Allen. Anissa Ivane Alvarez. Eduardo Velasquez Alvarado. David Alvarez. Joe Andrew Alvarez. Juan Carlos Alvarez. Sherilyn K. Amaya. Michael Dale Andre. Savannah Renee Andrews. Maria Guadalupe Aranda. Cynthia Arce. Angelica Regine Francesca Archer. Alexandro Ariano. Brandon A. Ariano. Brian A. Ariano. Jesus Antonio Arenas Moreno. Kelly Megan Arthurs. Jehu Arzete Calixto. Alex Edward Atchison. Samantha Nicole Atkins. Emmanuel Avila. Ashley Marie Aviles. Muhammad Hasib Azam. Katie Marie Babin. Jesus Alejandre Diaz. Alyssa Shanine Bailey. Dakota James Balky. Katie Lynn Balky. Scholar Durant Barber. Edgar Barbosa Cerda. Eduardo Barbosa. Jose Luis Barrera Briones Jr. Juan Daniel Barrientos. Jordan Ryan Bartley. Angela Andrew Bassie. Quinn Matthew Bauer. Derek Allen Ball. Logan Michael Bowden. Meng Boy. Moses Biok Tin Boy. Joseph Paul Beckham. Caitlin Suzanne Banky. Mahogany Ariel Bell. Alondra Beltran. Eric Rosendo Beltran. Antonio Alexis Benitez. Martin Benitez. Edgar Oberlin Benitez Ariano. Stephanie Michelle Bennett. Brittany Iana Barbosa. Trinity Lynn Benson. Gabrielle Anthony Benza. Janie Becerra. Micah Louise Bethay. Dong Za Biak. Sarah Emily Birdsall. Haley Michelle Bishop. Sterling Josie Bissell. Gabrielle Elaine Blair. Jessica Renee Blair. Sky Renee Blanton. Madison Nicole Bloodworth. Susie Aurelia Bonilla. Dante Royce Boone. Cynthia Wanjiko Boro. Kiana Desiree Bostick. Arizona Rose Gaskin Boyd. Jenna Marie Boyd. Taylor Joan Boyd. Wesley Paul Bazewicz. Regina Charlotte Bradley. Brian Jacob Bragenzer. Alexandria Shea Brewer. Bradley Dwayne Brewer. Jeffrey Griffin Briggs. Kiana Rochelle Broadway. Armando Ryshon Brooks. Parastasia Shanae Brooks. Avery Jermaine Brown. Webster Hamilton Brown. Kira Bruner. Justin Chandler Bubak. Dewey Duke Boy. Saeed Ali Akbar Bukhari. Daniel Tamara Prei Buku. Sabrina Brienne Bull. Dominique Ta Bon. Honey Cecilia Danielle Burdett. Austin Jude Burge Porras. Tanner Ray Busby. Haley Cheyenne Bynum. Tiara Elise Bynum. Emily Marie Byrne. Daphne Yasinia Caballero. Maria Josie Cabrera. Marissa Celeste Cabrera. Kevon Deshay Calamis. Christina Santos Calixto. Marisol Calixto. Dalia Camarino. Dalia Camarina. Daniel Camarillo Jr. Kevin Omar Camero. Mary Nicole Campbell. Pedro Candelas. Sarah Caitlin Cannon. Brittany Nicole Cannon Cagle. Alberto Cantaran. November Aaron Cantrell. Anna Laura Carbajal. Gladys Cardenas. Edith Dinetta Carmona. Jose Adrian Carrillo. Dalen Deshawn Carson. Jennifer Lucia Cartagena. Chase Aaron Carver. Alyssa Catherine Castaño. Jasmine Castaneda. Jose Luis Castro. Laura Sendejas Castro. Ashley Megan Cates. Malcolm Sebastian Carroll. James Lee Bertrand Kaysen. Sui Sin Jer. Luis Cervantes. Jamis Marie Chambers. Nia Diambri Chambers. Joshua Ray Cheney. Samuel Christopher Character. Joanna Yvette Chavarria. Johnny Chun. Biak Te Chin. Noon Ta Chin. Julie Choi. Ariel Renee Crane. Mark Jakin Christian. Christopher Allen Cirillo. Josue Emmanuel Cisneros. Zaria Angelarice Clayton. Michaela Jane Clegg. Caitlin Therese Clevenger. Shalina Desiree Coleman. Antiana Kayla Monique Collins. Brian Cecilio Contreras. Jackson Owen Cook. Ashlyn Mackenzie Cooper. Randy Kent Cooper. Brianna Joe Corbin. Dominique Kirachelle Cornelius. Edimar Conyer Rodriguez. Janet Corona. Valerie Marie Coronado. Saul Armando Cortez. Brittany Rose Cortez. Oliverio Costilla. Kayla Leanne Crabtree. Cameron Devon Creel. Kaylin Danielle Creel. Brandon Dante Crockett. Clifford David Crowell. Adrian Cruz. Cynthia Cruz. Jocelyn Cruz. Melissa Salinas Cruz. Ram Kwa. Angela Jacqueline Cuevas. Boy Leon Chung. Alacia Treve Day. Justice Julian Daly Collins. Chastity Patis Daniels. Desiree Davidson. Anthony James Davis. Eric Eduardo De La Rosa. Vanessa De Los Santos. Karen Ale Deonda. John Roland DeLeon. Jax Elijah Delgado. Yaneli Delgado Martinez. Daniel Josue Diaz. Jamie Lee Diaz Estrada. Jason Thomas Deal. Marquise Armand Dockery. Cody Robert Doucette. Haley Jean Drake. Shatiqua Kivion Driver. Alexis Dominique Dunbar. Robert Drake Dunn. Katarina Tujen Dong. Emily Alexandra Duvall. Brooklyn Elise Edley. Michael Jerome Edney. Austin Perry Edwards. Claudia Diaz. Marcus Lee Ash. Brandon Octavio Escamilla. Jacqueline Escamilla. Athena Corinne Eshelman. Brady Abigail Espinosa. Bibi Odales Eusebio. Jeremy Tate Evans. Michael Don Farrar. Tyler James Faulkner. Nicholas Yavani Felix. Timothy Kentrail Fields. Karen Figueroa. Audrey Alisa Watanabe Flores. Katarina Figueroa. Karina Filomeno. Melissa Flores. Flores. Christian Flores. Kaylee Elizabeth Formicella. Xavier Alexander Franklin. Priscilla Denise Frigoso. Joshua Thomas Frenzen. Clarissa Andrea Fuentes. Dean Fuentes. Sydney Marie Fuquay. De'Erica Deshay Gaines. Jairo Galarza. Brenda Michelle Galindo. Denise Gallegos. Gabriela Guadalupe Galvez. Caleb Charles Gamble. Takesha Monique Gamble. Jacqueline Denise Gamboa. Brandon Garcia. Brian Garcia. Diane Garcia. Cassandra Garcia. Rosa Diaz. Monica Alyssa Flores. Raquel Iris Garcia. Rolando Mauricio Garcia. Ruben Joseph Garcia. Vivian Marino Garcia. Carlos Adrian Garcia Hernandez. Karina Soledad Garcia Calderon. Raquel Garibay. Autumn Deanne Garvin. Julia Rose Garza. Ricardo Andres Garza. Elizabeth Gaspar. Santos Eduardo Gayton. Emily Elaine Jacino. Rachel Faith Gibson. Emily Ann Gideon. Wilbert Charlie Glover. Veronica Gomez. Aleida Arlene Gonzalez. Armando Gonzalez. Danny Gustavo Gonzalez. Felix Antonio Gonzalez. Jennifer Elizabeth Gonzalez. Jose Juan Gonzalez. Justin Hector Gonzalez. Lorena Gonzalez. Malcolm Keith Goodwin. Ebony Alexis Goshton. Macy Elizabeth Goss. Tanner Richard Goff. John Samuel Graham. Angel Granados. Claire Marie Greer. Spencer Charles Grider. Hunter Ray Griffin. Jalen DeAndre Griffin. Catherine Elizabeth Grimler. Kathleen Reagan Grimsley. Nathan Emmanuel Guardado. Jacqueline Marie Guerrero. Jose Guerrero. Rebecca Nicole Guerrero. Sofia Guerrero. Tatiana Paola Guevara. Jennifer Cruz Guevara. Sean David Guillory II. Caitlin Irene Gullius. Dylan Addison Gunn. Rosalie Greer Gano. Ana Lilia Gutierrez. Edwin Hernan Gutierrez. Leslie Cecilia Gutierrez. Monica Ann Gutierrez. Andre Cortland Hardyway. DeAndre Michael Hardyway. Andrew Lloyd Harlan. Madison Lene Harris. Zaria Elise Harris. Janae Rashawn Hart. Jesse Dylan Hart. Jordan Bailey Hartman. Caden Reed Hartsburg. George Ray Haskins Jr. Haley Elizabeth Heisroth. Colton Joseph Henderson. Ashley Marie Hensley. Andy Gabriel Hernandez. Carolyn Rochelle Hernandez. Eduardo Hernandez. Leah Nicole Renee Hernandez. Leonard Alejandro Hernandez. Michael Alexander Hernandez. Miguel Angel Hernandez. Nelly Giselle Hernandez. Vanessa Hernandez. Viviana Hernandez. Mauricio Valdemar Hernandez Torres. Ruby Hernandez Pena. Fernando Alonso Herrera. Jasmine Herrera. Leslie Herrera. Victor Fernando Herrera. Jessica Lee Hicks. Kellen Carter Hines. Kung Ta Moon. Tial Moon. Asan Wahid Hollis. Haley Michelle Honeycutt. Trenton Raleigh Hughes Hood. Arroya Ashley Howard. Colby Brooke Howard. Jackson Clay Hudnall. Jackson Nelson Hughes. Alfred Denzel Hudson. Carly Noel Hudson. Cesar Eduardo Huerta. Eric James Humphreys. Adriana Ibarra. Courtney Marie East. Allison Blair Italiano. Dallas Halen Ivy. Devon Marquise Jackson. Julian James Jr. Kize Charles Jabba Joppa. Salma Jeanette Jara. Anabar Jaramillo. Sierra Antoinette Lede Maria Jeffrey. Kimberly Rose Jensen. Cecia Paula Jerez. Astrid Carolina Jimenez. Flor Nael Jimenez. Maria Fernanda Jimenez. Shayna Mariam John. Briley Ane Johnson. Cedric Purnell Johnson II. Dashel Ray Johnson. Anika Thompson Khan. Jariah Malik Johnson. Julian Tillman Johnson. Casey Rain Johnson. Lauren Janae Johnson. Zane Glenn Johnson. Chandler Elizabeth Josie. Nakinya Tatiana Joyce. Karina Julian. Wanda Jean Kaminsky. Cody Franklin Kearns. Rachel Allison Kazee. Kaylin Alexander Seth Kephart. Christopher James Keys. Daniel Tewan Kim. Eve Kim. Kayung Kim. Malaysia Ashley Knighton. Jessica Cynthia Ann Smith Nepping. River Julius Alexander Cons. Zoe Elizabeth Nicole Kraft. Rachel Beth Kress. Aiden Jonah Kazeski. Emma Virginia Labadis. Madison Leanne Lackland. Jordan Landaverde. Karaya Yardane Lanehart. Alexis Eduardo Lara. James Andrew Larson. Eric Christopher Larson. Michelle Pabalon Laksamanya. Hong Quinn Wen Lee. Adrian Sean Lee. Deontay Anthony Lee. Hannah Catherine Lee. Christian King. Alexander Jonathan Lennon Jr. Hey Jen Lee. Megan Marie Laha. Quanicia Octavia Lemon. Santiago Lepper. Juan Anselmo Lerma Jr. Angela Gabriela Lerma Hernandez. Dylan Allen Wilson Lester. Brittany Alexandria Lewis. Kayla Renee Nicole Lewis. Aurelio Alfredo Leyva. Dianelis Leyva Nunez. Sui Bung Leon. Moses Ling. Caleb Alexander Loggins. Dominique Roxanne Longoria. Emily Johanna Lopez. Jose Manuel Lopez. Carly Faith Lopez. Angel Kenneth Lopez. Kelsey Lopez. Kimberly Marlon Lopez. Levany Manuel Lopez. Maria Elva Lopez. Rogelio Lopez Jr. Romeo Lopez. Sierra Marie Lopez. Serabable Lopez. Estefania Lopez Sanchez. Allison Joe Lopez Bach. Ade Lopez Gonzalez. Jamarcus Montre Love. Mady Deanne Love. Jackson Loyola. Brittany Renee Lukow. Ebeline Luna. Lucia Luna. Jacob Lee Lunn. Joshua D. Lunn. Alondra Esmeralda Martinez. Fernando Joseph Martinez. Gerardo de Jesus Martinez Jr. Juan Martinez Jr. Luis Enrique Martinez. Melanie Nicole Martinez. Janet Marin Cardona. Ricky K. Martinez. Roberto Carlos Martinez. Tanya Margarita Martinez. Valeria Evelyn Martinez. Vanessa Martinez. Nayeli Cristina Martinez Hernandez. Isaiah Jamal Mason. Alec Warren Massey. Lambert Joseph Matthew IV. Brooke Alexandria Luster. Michael Anthony Luster. Gabrielle Marie Maestas. Xavier Ardell Johnson. Christine Marie Magallanes. Eric Darnell Malone. Maria Ellie Mancia. Reina Manduhana. Hector Marmolejo. Teresa Marquez Camacho. Brittany Akivia Shonia Marshall. Jaron Xavier Marshall. Aubrey Lene Martin. Chelsea Charnette Martin. Jayla Lachey Martin. Taylor G. Martin. Sadrian McBride. Rachel Ann McCall. Isaac Jose McDonald. Justice Isaiah McFadden. Quincy Jonathan McGee. Carl Deshaun McGee Jr. Nicholas Olin McGuire. Haley Michelle McCown. Morgan Victoria McVeigh. Edgar Eduardo Medina. Kevin Giovanni Medina. Joshua Caleb Mendez. Oscar Xavier Mendez. Jessica Maria Mendonca. Ashley Mendoza. Stephanie Lisbeth Mendoza. Marjorie Mesa. Jessica Meza Soria. Jacob Harlan Mickey. Rachel Love Milloway. Alyssa Nicole Miller. Desiree Lachey Miller. Joseph Jacoby Miller. Rusty Dean Mills. Hold on. Jasmine Takura Mills Taylor. Brianna Jocelyn Milton. James Renee Anthony Milton II. Tania Shabria Miranda. Haley Michelle Morellis. Oneida Rose Morellis. Brittany Renee Mitchell. Michael Rashad Mitchell. Gloria Stephanie Monreal. Emily Dominic Monsivice. Jonathan Roberto Mejia. Paul Jesus Montalvo. Joel Alexander Montgomery. Esther Jesus Moon. Daquan Elijah Moore. David Lloyd Moore III. Haley Renee Moore. Landon Kyle Moore. Rosa Isela Mora. Freddie Morales. Jennifer Edith Morales. Jennifer Morales. Jocelyn Lisbeth Morales Cardenas. Andrea Morales Moreno. Miguel Angel Moreno. Crystalyn Moreno Castaneda. Austin Jamal Morans. Brianna Francis Narvez. Samuel Albert Narvez. Darian Brandon Morris. Caitlin Jordan Morris. Marcella Mortero. Victor Antonio Mullen II. Zaria Rayshawn Mullins. Jolimar Joseph Muniz Maldonado. Addison Alexandra Munoz. Jennifer Allen Munoz. Austin Morris Myers Murray. Jamie Ray Murray. Jonathan Everett Musgrave. Miles Isaiah Myers. Javier Orlando Nadera. Caitlin Emily Neuenberg. Arilena Nava. Anahi Nahera. Kyle Lorenzo Naylor. Jacqueline Navarro. Brooke Mimi Kill Wen. Johnny Wen. Lauren Wen. Matt Wen. Madison Nicholas. Samuel Gatia Jogo. Aaron Alexander Nowski. Charleston Edward North. Van Kung Dung. Sergio Lopez Ochoa. Anna Marie Oakes. Mishak Chakuka Okwazu. Victoria Amanda Olivo. Jose Guadalupe Ontiveros. Crystal Ortega. Anthony Ortiz. Jesus Eduardo Ortiz III. Ezekiel Orsania. Michael Jr. Orteza. Abigail Lane Owens. Robert Brandon Owens. Courtney O'Brien. Elsie Linda Pacheco. Mackenzie Gwendolyn Packer. Beatriz Selena Padilla. Elizabeth Celia Pagano. Mika Sania Page. Rose Marie Page. Samantha Lee Polito. Pablo Joaquin Panamino Hidalgo. Kimberly Elizabeth Paniagua Guerra. Dot Vang Par. Julia Tin Par. Sui Sin Par. Jasmine Nicanor. Celcia Ortiz. Edgar Christopher Ortiz. Maritza Martinez Paredes. Asa Katarina Patrick. Brittany Monet Patrick. Nicholas Joseph Patton. Mariela Pena. Nanieto Gonzaga Pepeto Jr. Cynthia Nicole Perez. Jessica Nicole Perez. Maria Guadalupe Perez. Miguel Angel Perez. Oscar de Jesus Perez. Sebastian Perez. Chandler Joseph Perrin. Mia J. Perry. Daniela Pescador. Alexandra Suzanne Peterson. Delwaylon Marquand Phillips. Kenneth Delmont Phillips III. Nathaniel Adrian Pierce. Nicholas Andrew Pike. Brooke Kalialani Pena. Mara Melissa Pineda Romero. Nelly Pisano. Katarina Alyssa Ponce. Janet Ponce. Jocelyn Porras. Haley May Poteet. Alexis Nicole Pouncey. Kara Mora Kendall Powers. John Alexander Provost. Brianna Page Pulley. Wilmer Estuardo Quevedo. Leslie Alejandra Quezada. Erica Quintero. Jacqueline Andrea Quintero. Brenda Flavia Quinones. Christian Quinones. Summer Rose Quiroga. Xavier Lorenzo Quiroga. Perla Monique Quiroz Valdez. Gabriel James Ramirez. Jessica Elizabeth Ramirez. Jonah Giovanni Ramirez. Jonathan Eric Ramirez. Christian Ulysses Rebelar. Sumera Reese. Stacy Carolyn Rindy. Erica Resendez. Anthony Joseph Reyes. Brianna Celeste Reyes. Freddie Reyes. Kelly Daniela Reyes. Michelle Kathleen Reyes. Dylan Lee Reyna. Chelsea Hannah Reynoso. Kristen Paige Ray. Taylor Nicole Rhodes. Brittany Nicole Richards. Brianna Sharnice Richmond. Jorge Rico Rodriguez. Jessica Yvette Riles. Cody William Renko. Laura Janet Rincon. Randy Isaiah Rincon. Ariel Victoria Ringo. Jennifer Esmeralda Rivas. Alandria Avi Rivera. Ricardo Ramses Rivera. Donnell Tanya Roberts. Amelia Catherine Robillard. Aaliyah Janae Robinson. Miguel Angel Cordero. Jennifer Sarah Rivas. Cambria Tamar Robinson. Philip Jesse Robinson. Sabrina Nika Robinson. Fernando Robledo Jr. Angelina Marie Robles. Jake William Roche. Kimberly Julissa Rodas. Taylor Lee Rodewalt. Tori Lynn Rodewalt. Alejandro Lucius Rodriguez. Blake Matthew Rodriguez. Brenda Laura Rodriguez. Daniel Rodriguez. Eliezer Rodriguez. Gabriel Lorenzo Rodriguez. Joe Angel Rodriguez. Carol Yaretzi Rodriguez. Kevin Rodriguez. Ruby Coral Rodriguez. Veronica Rodriguez. Carlos Roman. Jorge Ivan Romero. Leslie Eileen Romero. Patricia Ann Romero. Stephanie Raquel Romero. Morgan Ashley Ellen Rose. Cheyenne Nicole Ross. Jamari Deshawn Rusley. Dakala Kieja Russ. Nina Simone Russ. Pamnesia Vernay Russell. Money J. Kazad Rustamji. Evan Ramon Castillo Rutledge. Pablo Alexander Salkelshot. Hayden Frank Sackett. Nurain Iqbal Sadruddin. Wisdom Santil. Hadi Adelina Salmaron. Cruz Mauricio Salazar. Jacqueline Judith Salcido. Luis Ignacio Salinas. Oscar Guillermo Salinas. Solomon Theopolis Sam. San. Erica Samantha Sanchez. Jessica Isabel Sanchez. Victor Emilio Sanchez. Carlin Alondra Sandoval. Marlon Sandoval. Stanley Bowie Noon Sang. Kenya San Miguel. Danilo Esteban Santana. Randy Omar Santiago. Imelda Herrera Santos. Yahara Saranyana. Patrick James Sassaman. Francesca Christine Schmidt. Fritz Luck Schwam. Gage McKaylin Scott Johnson. Savannah Leanne Sellers. Matthew Zachary Zapata. Ignacio Saul Serrano. Cherokee Alexander Shackelford. Andrew Benjamin Schaefer. Jativa Iman Shannon. Bailey Angelica Sheffield. Benjamin Andrew Sheffield. Christian DeAnthony Shelby. Eldon Misael Santos. Denicia Elise Seiler. Alyssa Rochelle Ship. James Lauren Schillinglaw. John David Schaffner. Alexandra Elizabeth Shumway. James Christopher Siciliano. Amanda Leanne Sick. Adina Manuela Segalke. Sweet Caroline Silva. Louis Simmons. Zakia Singleton. Joshua Andrew Sizemore. Kathleen Taylor Skidmore. Annalise Rena Slayton. Emmanuel Josiah Smallwood. Destiny Michaela Smith. Kyle Justin Smith. Rochelle Brianna Smith. Sarah Jane Smith. Guadalupe Solis Jr. Jared Lee Solomon. Jakedrick Jamon Solomon. Rekedrick Ramon Solomon. Griselle Kimberly Soto. Carla Jennifer Soto. Allison Brienne Squires. Jerron Cottrell Stevens. Justin Allen Stevenson. Raquel Latrice Stewart. Anthony Layton Darrell Stewart. Emily Stimson. Noon Ta Sui. Bowie Ta Chin Sung. Biok Ching Song. Taylor Nicole Swain. Aaron Ewar Tego. Abby Akinyi Tago. Gabrielle Ramon Tate. Clarissa Amarani Tarango. Brooklyn Michelle Taylor. Janice Nicole Taylor. Lauren Christine Taylor. Marquise Ray Taylor. Morgan Lee Taylor. Orlando Elias Taylor. Christopher Paul Topola. Colton Smith Templin. Tial Sir Ta. Biok Awe Tang. Chung Ching Tang. Ram Bang Tong. Zo Bowie Tang. Biok Za Tong. Kezia Ann Thomas. Nigel Edward Nijay Thomas. Jacqueline Esther Thompson. Matt Min Tu. Dot Kun Tial. Meng Za Tial. Concepcion Tierra Blanca. Connor Trace Till. Caitlin Cheryl Timmons. Colin Daniel Tipton. Maximiliano Nehuel Tizon. David Toledano. Daniel Torres. Felipe Dario Torres. Laura Melinda Torres. Ramiro Torres. Celine Alejandra Torres Aponte. Alexandria Maria Tovar. Samantha Tovar Rodriguez. Quoc Non Huang Tra. Logan Loc Tran. Tony Tren. Haley Michelle Troppi. Jaden Alexis Troll. Dariella Trujillo. Courtney Elizabeth Turner. Anita Osai Udabor. Eduardo Ugarte. Alondra Estrella Umana. Antonio Valdez Jr. Alejandro Baez. Tyler Dean Van Matry. David Vargas. Valerie Marie Vargas. Jocelyn Mary Varghese. Gabriela Vasquez. Miriam Susanna Vasquez. Olivia Michelle Vasquez. Carol Safi Luigendo. Michelle Alexa Martinez. Dwayne Lil Vasquez. Benjamin Vasquez. Haziel Allen Vasquez. Luis Alejandro Vasquez Mendoza. Monica Vasquez Sucandino. Julissa Vega. Leonard David Velasco Rios. Jerson Arnolfo Velasquez. Raul Leva Velasquez. Abigail Nicole Ventura. Laura Bertiz. Efren Victoria. Alex Villanueva. Adrian Villarreal. Cornelio Villarreal. Carlos Isai Villatoro. Alexander Villegas. Gloria Stephanie Verquez. Diana Bowe. Michaela Rochelle Voss. Dustin James Wadlinger. Alicia Nicole Wagner. Robert Joseph Wagner. Asia Melise Walker. Caleb Michael Walker. Enrique T. Walker. James Harlan Walker. Jason Matthew Walker. Weston Wayne Walker. Deontay Wendell Wallace. Joshua Alexander Wallace. Cullen Connor Walsh. Jacob Hunter Washburn. Kendra Noreen Washington. Trushawn William Reed Washington. Chancellor J. Weber. Austin Randall Wells. Dallas Danielle West. Kyle James West. Sierra Sage Whitaker. Chelsea Jean Whitehead. Kali Brianne Wieland. Corey Donnell Williams II. D'Angelo Trayvon Williams. Emily Madison Williams. Jared Michael Williams. Corey Jaden Williams. Marquise Deshaun Williams. Sydney Alexis Williams. Carter Michael Wilson. Rachel Noel Wilson. Joseph Patrick Winkler. Brittany Lynn Wolf. Holly Elizabeth Wood. Madison Nicole Wood. Derek Baez Woods. Silencia Cree Word. Chelsea Ann Wright. Rogelio Alex Gonzalez Wright. Caleb Clanton Wyman. Ishi Lee Sayasang. Tiffany Marie Yanez. Joshua Adam Yates. Madeline Casey Ibarra. Jessica Lynn Young. Kaylin Joy Young. Samantha Zamaripa. Wendy Zamara. Elizabeth Iyen Zhao. Van Par Z. And Gabriela Zuniga.
Lewisville High School is rich with pride and tradition. You cannot understand farmer pride from the outside looking in, and you cannot explain it from the inside looking out.
There is no other high school in the state of Texas like our Lewisville High School. After walking into our school for the first time, it did not take long for us to realize farmer pride is a feeling that will stay with us for the rest of our lives.
Everyone has a favorite LHS tradition. We are thankful for the wonderful traditions passed down to us through many generations of fighting farmers. As we leave our high school days behind and go our separate ways, we will continue to honor these traditions with pride. Now, as we become the newest additions to the long maroon line, let's share a special farmer tradition on this day, our graduation day. Class of 2015, it is now time to move your tassels from the right to the left.
Some of my best memories of high school are the times after football games when we would face the crowd, stand proud, and put up our L's. We then proceed to sing the school song. This song has united us in times of victory, times of loss, times of sorrow, and times of joy.
It unites us with 117 years of students that were here before us. The lyrics speak of a school that stands above all others, our school, Lewisville High School. Today, we sing the song in a time of celebration.
Class of 2015, we will never again sing this song together. So, for today,
Let's sing it better than we have ever sung it before.
Fellow farmers, please rise with me and join me in singing the school song.
Before we conclude, if you would like, please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, a day full of joy, triumph, as well as one full of laughter and tears. It is a time of celebration, but moreover, a time of reflection on the past 4 years. For some of us, Lord, it was the best 4 years of our lives. We ask you that you carry us and guide us in the years to come. Always give us hope, inspire us to grow, and give us strength to endure life's hardest battles. I pray that we always remember this moment, for it marks the start of forever. We are the Lewisville High School class of 2015, fighting farmers forever. In your name we pray, amen.
This concludes the graduation of the distinguished class of 2015. On behalf of all of our graduates, I would like to thank all faculty, guests, friends, and parents for celebrating this special moment as we begin a new chapter in our lives. On a personal note, I would like to thank my family for their support and encouragement throughout my life. Seniors, remember this day as one of the most important milestones in your life, representing all of your accomplishments and hard work over the past 4 years. Remember those who are seated around you and cherish the friendships you created in high school. I ask all of you to embrace the education you have received at Lewisville High School and use it to your full potential wherever life leads you. Good luck in all your future endeavors, and remember, we will always be connected by the long maroon line that unites us as fighting farmers. Thank you and have a safe trip home.